Welcome to a journey of self-discovery and growth. Today, we delve into the traits that set the top 1% apart. We're not talking about financial wealth alone, but a richness of character and spirit that transcends material possessions. This is about those who consistently rise to the top in every field, from business and politics to arts and sports. What separates these high achievers from the rest? Well, it's not just luck or talent. It's a collection of traits that they've honed and nurtured over time. Traits like discipline, perseverance, a fearless attitude towards failure, and an unwavering belief in themselves. These are not exclusive to any one person. They are within all of us, waiting to be unleashed. So, as we embark on this exploration, remember, it's not about becoming someone else. It's about uncovering the potential within you. Are you ready to explore these defining traits? Let's dive in. First off, we have discipline, a trait that is paramount in the arsenal of the top 1%. When we talk about discipline, we're not just talking about strict rules or an inflexible schedule. We're talking about a personal commitment, a self-imposed order that guides us towards our goals. A compass, if you will, that keeps us on the path of success, no matter how treacherous or winding it may be. Discipline is the fuel that powers the engine of consistency. It's the force that keeps us going when the initial excitement of a new venture has faded. It's the steady hand that holds the course when the seas of life get stormy. It's the silent promise we make to ourselves, a promise that says, I will keep going, no matter what. And if you look at those who've achieved great things, you'll find this trait in abundance. Consider the world's greatest athletes, for instance. They don't just rely on talent or skill. It's their discipline, their relentless dedication to training and improvement that sets them apart. Or think about the successful entrepreneurs you admire. They didn't just stumble upon a great idea and get lucky. It was their discipline that allowed them to work tirelessly, to keep pushing and innovating, even when setbacks and failures threatened to derail them. In the realm of personal growth and self-improvement, discipline is the master key that unlocks all doors. It's discipline that allows us to cultivate good habits, to resist temptations, and to stay focused on our journey towards betterment. And what's beautiful about discipline is that it's not a trait you're either born with or not. It's a skill, a muscle that can be strengthened with practice. It's available to all of us, no matter our background or circumstances. All it requires is a decision, a commitment to ourselves that we will strive for consistency, for progress over perfection, for long-term gains over short-term gratification. Indeed, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Next, we explore perseverance, a trait that helps winners stay the course despite the odds. Imagine a mountain climber standing at the base of an enormous peak. It's daunting, seemingly insurmountable, but the climber doesn't turn back. They take that first step, then another, and another. This, in essence, is perseverance, the ability to keep moving forward, to persist in the face of adversity, to stay the course when the peak seems unreachable. Perseverance is a critical trait for those who aspire to be in the top 1%. It's not just about having a goal, but about having the determination, the grit, to pursue that goal relentlessly, regardless of the obstacles that may arise. Perseverance isn't about being the fastest, the strongest, or the smartest. It's about being the most determined. It's about having the will to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's about picking yourself up after each setback, dusting yourself off and saying, I will try again. It's easy to give up when things get tough. It's easy to say, this is too hard, or I can't do it. But those in the top 1% don't take the easy way out. They persevere, they keep going no matter how tough the journey may be. Remember, perseverance is not a long race, it is many short races, one after another. Moving on, we delve into the mindset of having no fear of failure. Imagine standing at the edge of a precipice, staring into the vast unknown. It's dark, it's daunting, and it's full of potential pitfalls. This is the face of failure, a chasm that many fear to even approach. But for the top 1%, the leaders, the achievers, the winners, this abyss is not a deterrent, it's a challenge. They understand that failure is not the end of the journey, it's merely a detour, a rough patch on the road to success. They see failure as a teacher, a mentor that guides them towards a better path. Each stumble, each fall, each misstep is a lesson learned, a stepping stone to a higher plateau. Think of Thomas Edison, who famously said, I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Or consider J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by 12 publishing houses before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Both these individuals, like many others, used their failures as fuel, propelling them towards greater heights. The key to this fearless approach to failure lies in the ability to detach one's self-worth from the outcome. It's about understanding that a failed attempt does not equate to being a failure. This mindset shift allows them to take risks, to venture into the unknown, to innovate, and to disrupt. It gives them the courage to dream big and the resilience to make those dreams a reality. It's important to remember that failure is not a sign of weakness or incompetence. It's a sign of courage, of bravery, of the willingness to step out of the comfort zone and take a leap of faith. It's about embracing the unknown, about learning from the mistakes, and about never giving up no matter how hard the journey gets. Embracing failure, therefore, is not just about resilience or persistence. It's about growth, evolution, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. It's about breaking barriers, shattering ceilings, and rewriting the rules. So the next time you find yourself staring at the precipice of failure, remember, it's not a dead end. It's a gateway to a new beginning, a fresh start, a chance to try again, but this time, with the wisdom of experience. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Lastly, we explore perhaps the most important trait of all, believing in oneself. This is not just about having confidence, it's about having an unshakable faith in your abilities, your potential, and your path. This is the fuel that ignites the fire of success, the foundation upon which all other traits are built. Believing in oneself is so fundamental because it's the key that unlocks our true potential. You see, when we believe in ourselves, we're able to take on challenges with a positive mindset. We're able to see past the obstacles and focus on the possibilities. Just think about it for a moment. When you believe in yourself, you're more likely to take calculated risks. You're not afraid to step out of your comfort zone, to try something new, to push the boundaries of what you thought was possible. And it's in these moments of courage and determination where true growth happens. Let's look at some examples. Consider the legendary basketball player Michael Jordan. He was cut from his high school basketball team, but instead of accepting defeat, he believed in his abilities. He practiced harder, worked longer, and eventually became one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. Or think about J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. She was rejected by 12 publishers before someone finally took a chance on her. But she never stopped believing in her story, in her ability to create a world that readers would fall in love with. These examples are not exceptions to the rule. They are the rule. The common thread that ties all successful individuals together is their unwavering belief in themselves. It's the backbone of their resilience, the driving force behind their accomplishments. So, as we wrap up our exploration of the traits that separate the top 1%, let's remember this. The journey to success begins with a single powerful belief, the belief in oneself. Believe in yourself, and the rest will fall into place. There we have it, the traits that set the top 1% apart. Let's take a moment to revisit them. We've talked about discipline, the backbone of all success. It's the unwavering commitment to your goals, the ability to prioritize and stay on course even when the seas get rough. We've delved into the power of perseverance. It's the relentless drive to keep going, to push past obstacles and fight through the tough times. It's that inner voice that tells you to keep trying no matter what. We've explored the concept of fearlessness in the face of failure. It's about seeing failure not as a blockade but as a stepping stone towards success. Lastly, we've highlighted the essence of believing in oneself. It's the unshakable faith in your abilities and the conviction that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Remember, the journey to the top starts with you. Embrace these traits and join the ranks of the top 1%.